My name is Quint Lears. Many of you know me as the host of newhomesales.com. What you may not know is that I'm a full-time new home sales professional. I have been through the highs and lows of this business, and I love what I do. I am also a published author, aspiring new home sales trainer, coach, speaker, and platform builder. In the next hour, we will take you behind the scenes of the 2019 International Builder Show. In 5 days, we do over 50 interviews, 4 speaking events, and we give back to our industry by hosting a national awards banquet. If you are a content creator, platform builder, aspiring speaker trainer, this documentary is for you. We hope you enjoy it. You've been told in the past you've got 2 ears and only 1 mouth, so you should listen twice as much as you talk. But you also have 2 eyes. So I want to share with you, if you've got the gift of gab, I want you to talk. The key is not whether you talk or whether you're quiet. The key is, are you observing? Yeah, we're going to go around, bro. Go ahead, bro. Watch this. There we go. We got to go up around this mountain. Come back. So we were going here, we're trying to go right there. We got some backup traffic, so we're not going to risk it. Whew. This is Joe Bear. Hey, can you shake my hand? Oh, thanks, Joe Bear.
Is it just you traveling, huh?
Make sure. Oh, yeah. I want to make sure. So, part of our philosophy is we do the hard things. Whenever given a choice between an escalator and the stairs, we take the stairs. So we're putting together the speech, and it may seem like it's last minute because we're actually flying to the conference, but it's really not. I've been thinking about this for probably close to a month now, and just letting the thoughts marinate and marinate. So I knew that I wanted to do something a little bit catchy. I didn't want to have it like, 5 points to a better relationship with your customer, because there's just so much of that stuff. So mine wanted to be, I wanted to be a little bit specific, but also a little bit vague. So I picked New Home Ninja. So if you're a new home sales professional, instantly you're going to say, oh wow, it's got the word new home in it, but ninja, what's that? So I didn't want to give it like, again, something generic that could be used at any sales conference. I want to make this specific to new home sales professionals. And I wanted 5 points. The reason why I always like 5 points, because you have 5 fingers. So it's kind of simple, but it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, one of my techniques is when I talk, I hate having notes. I hate having like something to look at. So what I try to do is use an acronym. Well, the acronym for this is NINJA, because N-I-N-J-A. Kind of the outline that I've come up with is, N is core stands for new, I is intelligent, N stands for now, J stands for joy, and A stands for advance. Now, I'll get deeper into it, but I only have 15 minutes, so we really have to kick it into gear. And I want them to do something because they instantly says, I'm the one in control here. I'm going to make you do something. Everybody stand up. Everybody sit down. Everybody turn around. You want the audience to physically do something. Now, I always like to say, turn to your neighbor, because part of going to conferences is seeing who goes to conferences. So if you say, turn to your neighbor, and they turn to the neighbor, well, now they're having fun. They're making connections, which is hard for people. A lot of times people are sitting next to people and go, oh, I want to introduce myself. Well, I've just instantly connected the crowd. So, dude, we're going to have some great, I'm excited. This one I'm really excited about. And this is the one that I have to just crush it because this is my domain. I mean, I'm in Sales Central, and I'm going to be one of the main speakers there. So we've got some other big people that we're speaking up against. So I want to be able to hold my own, hang with them. So we're gonna roll. 27?
Sitting. How many got?
Arrived. We just got our Uber. So one thing I always try to tell people is like, don't underestimate the power of just grinding. Like when you meet people, like we're trying to grow our YouTube channel and a platform. I'm gonna see if I can get my Uber driver to subscribe to our YouTube channel. But it makes it fun, it makes it a challenge. Like, hey, from here, I got a 15-minute drive. Let's see if I can connect. Let's get a subscriber, and it'll be fun. Let's see how it goes. Gotta stay comfortable.
Yeah, man.
Dude, I feel good, man. All right, guys, we are back at the hotel. We finally slept good, had a lot of running around yesterday, kind of chaotic, but we ate a good dinner, had a great breakfast, and we're grinding. So the show is really gonna start for us later today, and then tomorrow we've got several talks. The one I'm really focused on now is New Home Ninja. So I want to give you some of the thoughts I have in preparing for this speech. A lot of this is just tips I've picked up over the years on public speaking and trying to make a big impact. So this was from Bill Mitchell, one of my mentors. He always says, what do you want them to learn? How do you want to make them feel? And what do you want to make them do? So that's something I think about before I prepare a talk. What do I want them to learn, feel, and do? I want to have a quote for each point. I love quotes because they're kind of like a missile. They carry so much power. They go and they're accurate. They're right specific to the point. One of the quotes I love is, don't build people a clock, tell them what time it is. And quotes actually do that. They just get right to the point so fast. They carry so much truth and power in a few words. One thing that's really important, if you look at somebody when they're nervous, they take up they shrink back into themselves and their features are really tight. So one thing I want to do right away when I get out on the stage, or if I'm getting out on the platform, is take up a lot of space. I mean, physically take up a lot of space, move around, because that lets everybody know that I'm confident. And if you're confident, the perception is that you're competent. And when you have competent, you have influence, which is really the aim and final end of what we're trying to accomplish. Dude, should we just commit? I'm trying to decide if we should go to the Waffle House thing, but it starts at 6:30, bro. Dude. I go, Will, I want to go to your breakfast thing, but dude, 6:30, come on, man. Come on, dude. By the way, I'm super proud of my buddy with Hornet Homes, Jonathan Andrews. It's super cool to see what he's doing. I'm a big fan. He's actually the one that got me started in newhomesales.com because I bought the URL and I really didn't know what to do with it. And he says, dude, why don't you just start interviewing people? So that's what we did. Thank you, Jonathan. All right, so we're getting ready to meet with the editor of Realtor Magazine. The article I'm going to be contributing to is America's housing shortage, how agents/brokers can work more effectively with builders in places that are addressing those inventory issues effectively. So brokers, in my opinion, are doing a very poor job of connecting with builders and vice versa. What I want to do is to help connect the real estate brokers with the builders. So my first book is Partnering with Brokers to Win More Sales. It's a perspective. What do we have, a copy over here? What do we got? Here it is. So this is the first book. It's Partnering with Brokers to Win More Sales. This is from a builder's perspective, how to connect with the brokers. And I make the case that the brokers have the buyers. A lot of builders right now with high technology and Zillow and everything, they're thinking, we don't even need the brokers anymore. I had to make the case that yes, you do, because even if you have Zillow, guess who else has Zillow? The brokers do. The brokers will beat you at every single point of the way. And usually people, when they buy a home, have sold their home and they just work with the broker to sell that home. So that's the perspective. So what they're asking me to contribute to is an article about how the brokers can work more effectively with builders. So wish us luck. I hope it gets, again, I'm super pumped. I mean, the Realtor Magazine is a big magazine and it's a big opportunity for us. Super excited. So. What if 20 years ago Starbucks did a questionnaire for new customers and said, hey, how many of you are willing to buy a $4 cup of coffee in a paper cup and wait in line to get it? What would you say?
That would have been a no.
You would have said no, right? But where do we all buy our coffee from?
Yeah, I know.
From Starbucks, right? So I think Henry Ford said it best. He said, if I asked customers what they wanted, they would have said a faster horse. Quint Lears, newhomesales.com with Melissa Tracy. Melissa, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Quint. It's so great to be catching up with you here at the Builder Show.
So, this is the New American remodel. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This is a home that was actually remodeled. So we're gonna check this out. We're at the 2019 New American Home. Prepare to have your mind blown. We got my new car. We're rolling out. We got to get back. We got a big day tomorrow. So we're gonna try to get some sleep. We can't miss our bus, otherwise it's gonna be a late, long night. All right, check this out. So one thing is, I love the quote, 2 is 1 and 1 is none. So if you're going to a conference, we have today's our big day. We're speaking at Sales Central. I'm speaking at Remodeler Central. We're hosting the Nationals. And the suit that I brought, who I just dry cleaned, look at this, it's coming apart. I'm at the hotel here. They have nobody that can help. So what am I gonna do? Follow me over here, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. I can't use this suit. So now, I'm gonna use either this suit or this suit, see? Or, check it out, this suit. So, 2 is 1, 1 is none. Last night, after we did an interview with somebody from Realtor Magazine, they were getting on the press bus and they said, I gotta go bring on the press bus. I said, hey, can we come follow you? And they said, sure. So we jumped on the bus. We did 2 hours worth of recording of a $6 million home. Did interviews of the builder, of the architect, of the designer. And the only way we were able to do that is because we had extra batteries, we had extra memory cards. So always have extra. Now we were not planning on doing this. Our goal was to go there, immediately come right back, and then hit it and get right on the road. So a lot of people underdress. There are a lot of sales trainers out there that if they were applying for a job at the organizations they were training for, they might not get the job. Wearing just things that are really casual and comfortable. And I think it's a mistake. So whenever we talk, I'm not trying to outdress, or I know that it's not like, oh, look at me, I'm super smart, but I want to show, that number one, I respect the audience, I'm exceeding it, and it kind of becomes, who you are, it's kind of who you represent and stuff. So it's definitely you want to be comfortable, but I'm actually very comfortable in a suit. I wear a suit a lot, super comfortable. So if you're awkward, like you ever see at college when it's like college career day and people put on a suit, they're just like walking around the campus like this. If that's what you feel like walking in, like, you don't want to do that. I was with my buddy at a sales conference and he tried to dress up like me at the thing, and the sales trainer looked at him and says, you don't wear a suit much, do you? Kind of called him out because it looked inauthentic. But this is a South Windsor tie. I think it's a Windsor tie, something like that. That's how you do it. Even in the hotel, when I have 2 kinds of clothes, like dress up clothes, suits, and then I wear like just sweatpants and stuff. So when we're walking around in sweatpants, like the security guards, like they're watching us, eyeing us. They're seeing what we're about, like, what are you doing? Kind of, how are you in this hotel? When I'm wearing a suit, Mr. Lears, I walk through like that. So it makes a big difference. Here, let me show you something else. Robert Cialdini wrote a great book and it's called Influence. And I highly, highly recommend it. In the book Cialdini, it's got 5 principles of influence, and one of them is authority. So if somebody has a police badge, they have a lot more authority. I'm shocked, being at a conference like this, nobody wears a name badge. Well, they wear this because they give you a free name badge, but by wearing this, you're the same as everybody else. If you want to be exceptional, create your own name badge. So last night, everybody of course could see this, but they kept looking at this. They're like, oh, who are you with? Who are you with? Well, it's Quint Lears, newhomesales.com. Now, when I registered for IBS, they give you an opportunity for a nickname. So most people say Sally or JoJo or something funny or cute. I just put New Home Sales because what I'm trying to do is make, as Grant Cardone would say, make your name synonymous with your industry, make your name synonymous with what you do. Now, if we're able to create brand status, meaning that, New Home Sales, people think Quint Lears, New Home Sales, people think newhomesales.com, then anybody who uses that phrase, it feels like they're promoting us. So anyway, just a couple of tips there. They give you these badges. Now, some people have been in the business for 30 years and they've got badges and it just looks like some kind of peacock or something. It just looks crazy. It's almost like getting in the way. So I've got several more, but I just wanted the best ones. So I got the NAHB MERM, that Master in Residential Marketing. That's the highest designation for New Home Sales. And then I have NAHB Builder Books Author. The only other one I would want to have is maybe Speaker. So just sharing you some of our thoughts going into it. Again, I was able to change suits, so we got one fixed, and we're getting ready to talk. It's really cool. Let me show you one more thing. So one of the ways I like to prepare is by juggling. Juggling does something really important. It connects the right side of the brain with the left side of the brain. So when I'm speaking, I'm going to be thinking about what am I going to talk about, and then I'm also going to be also creative because I'm observing and watching and listening to the audience and the reactions. I'm going to be adjusting, similar to like a smart bomb. As it goes, you know, the wind, velocity, temperature, thrust, all that thing, it takes into consideration and it adjusts accordingly. So what I want to do is connect the left side of the brain with the right. So what I want to do is to go back and forth, back and forth. I know what you're probably thinking, Quint, you're too much. So another quick tip, practice your speech being uncomfortable. So what if every time I practice my speech, I just did with one leg, like this? It's very awkward. Well, if I can give my speech with one leg while I'm juggling, shoot, man, you know that when I get on stage, we're gonna be good. And if you constantly, consistently, and conscientiously advance the sale, you will not fail. And you won't fail either because we're gonna be giving you all of our secrets. We're gonna be giving you everything behind the scenes, ready to roll. Thanks for joining us. Baby, you gotta let Quint in.
How you been?
Good, man.
Yeah?
Congrats on your talk this morning.
Thank you. I haven't.
This is his new book.
You in? You got it?
I got this. Then my brother Will do this that. We're trying to figure out what's the opening line. What's your opening line going to be?
Box.
5 minutes. I'm up.
You got it.
Hey, thanks for being here.
He sold, take a wild guess, 5 homes? Nope. 10 homes? Nope. 15 homes? Nope. He sold 20 homes in 1 month. This guy does it day in and day out. Please give a warm welcome to Mr. Quint Lears.
Thank you, Neil. Thank you, Chelsea. Guys, raise your hand if you're having fun at the International Builder Show. It's an honor. Okay. I didn't want to have to do this. I'm gonna have to do it. I did not want to have to do this. All right. I'm not feeling it from everybody. So what I want you to do is turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, turn that frown upside down. I think sometimes we just need a little bit of encouragement, right? I mean, we're having a rough day. It's traveling here. It's late. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to turn to your neighbor and tell him, you're awesome. Guys, come on. Say, you are awesome. All right, now, a little bit serious this time. I want you to look the neighbor right in the eye. And I want you to tell him, but you're not as awesome as I am. No. Now is my time. Today is my day. And now is the time for greatness. We are in new home sales. And if you're in new home sales, you are in the fastest growing, the most exciting, the most lucrative sector of the real estate market. And by specializing in new homes, you lead every other sector. You lead the economy. You lead style and design. You lead energy efficiency. You lead innovation. You lead in technology. We are the leaders. There's 100,000 people here that don't do anything unless we meet the customer and do our job. So today's talk is New Home Ninja. I want to prepare you for a down and competitive market. Because we're in new home sales, it's important, number one, to specialize. New is what we do. You need to become an expert on every single component inside of your home. We need to have an intelligent process of differentiation. What does that mean? A regular process says, I'm going to do this, A, B, C, D, but an intelligent process is gathering information. We've been told over and over again, you've got, 2 ears and 1 mouth, so keep your mouth shut. I'm gonna tell you talk. Some of you indeed have the gift of gab. Okay? So I want you to talk, but you also have two eyes. I want you to observe. Right now, as I'm speaking to you, I'm observing you. I'm seeing the reaction. And as a sales presentation, we need to be listening and observing. So we're going to be gathering information. And through this intelligent process of differentiation, we are going to clearly communicate to our customer the superiority of new homes. And then we're going to stay in the now. Turn the cell phone off. If a customer comes in, I need you to 100% focus that moment on that customer. Think about a professional athlete, a professional doctor. They're so competent, they are so good at what they do that people want to be associated with you. And that's what I want you to do. Completely own your product, become so competent that people want to be associated with you. And the next thing, infuse joy, happiness, enthusiasm, passion into what you do. I got goals, but it's not to sell lots of houses. I've got a really big goal. I want to make 365 people smile. I want to make the next 10 customers laugh. And then the last point, you've heard it before. I'm going to see if you know this. Always be what? Always be. No! No. Stop trying to close people. Closing has the word losing in it. Closer has the word loser in it. Okay? If you're trying to close people, it works great for toaster ovens and washers and dryers and even automobiles, but it doesn't work with housing. Let me tell you why it doesn't work. And I wish I created this, but I didn't. Great book called Spin Selling. Look, for cheap items, for items that they can buy that are disposable, use closing techniques. But for high dollar, complex purchases, high dollar, you always want to be advancing the sale. This will totally change how you approach sales. Advance the sale. Conscientiously, courteously, with character, with enthusiasm, with passion, with positivity, just keep advancing the sale. With the aim and final end of transferring the ownership to change the destiny of people's lives in a positive way. Thank you. Hey, thank you, man.
On the table to get you guys talking, learning, what's with your
thank you.
businesses.
10 minutes, you're like,
We
you're
are
gonna
going to
do a
have
zone
a
and
break
shit, yeah?
with speakers.
I appreciate
Good
that.
stuff. It was
There's
really
the
good.
guy. Ben,
Malone Diverting
thanks so
Company.
much. Yeah, thanks so much for
Enjoyed it.
coming out.
Perfect. That was good. Good stuff, man. I like that.
Dude, thanks, brother.
Yeah.
I had to rough him out. I'm tired of like make friends with people selling stuff, dude. Like, it just,
No,
it
I
gives me- it
know.
gives me a-
Develop the rapport
Dude, the
and then find
relationship
what
is
you.
like-
I know. They want to be associated with somebody
Dude.
that knows their stuff and they can come in and get the job done. That's
Yeah, dude,
fine.
like I'm gonna be
Yeah.
associated with you because you're an excellent builder, you're a professional, you're doing a podcast, like.
Joseph Scott Holmes.
And then I hate to say this, but this dude, if you type in new home sales into YouTube, dude, you beat me, man. Oh, dude, I'm not saying I check it twice a day. No, dude, like. Oh, I need to
Great
Oh,
get my-
presentation, man.
Dude.
Yeah, very
Bro,
good.
I love you, man. Hey, dude, you're the big reason. He's a big reason I'm here because I'm like, dude, what do I do this URL? He's like, dude, start just doing interviews. He's the big part of this, man. Turn it. Hornet Homes, builditright.com. Dude, well, I got the shirt. I'm already sporting the freaking Build It Right shirt. We're going to the next conference. Hey, thanks so much for coming out. Patrick Allman says your goal is to, whenever you give a talk, to try to get another talk. I think we got one, maybe. We got to roll to the next presentation. But a lot of times we think, like, I just want to speak. Right now I'm speaking at Remodeler Central. I love that. You know, my goal, I'm a new home sales trainer. Today was huge because I got to speak at Sales Central. But I don't care if I speak at Nobody Central. The point is you want to be speaking. You want people to see you speaking and making an influence and making an impact. The leaders in every single field, they do two things. They write and they speak. So when I heard that, and I wish I could remember who said that, but I made a decision. I go, you know what? I need to learn how to write and I learn to know how to speak. TJ, bro, thank you for encouraging me just to end it when I end it, because so many times, like TJ's been telling me, you gotta end it strong. Because at the end, I'm like, blah, 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 and I keep going. We need to just end it. So today I had this idea, like, I wanna end it with the top 10 things for new home sales. And he says, no, you just end it. That was good. Guys, it's an honor and it's a privilege. Raise your hand if you are enjoying the International Builder Show.
Did everybody enjoy that?
Thank you again. Appreciate you having us out. So literally my iPhone, I have pages and pages of notes inside my iPhone. If I make somebody laugh, I write it down. If I have a sales technique that was effective, I write it down. If there's something that the speaker does that I like, I write it down. And pretty soon you have an outline for a book, for an article, and I can draw upon these. So I've had some last minute things where people have said, oh, I'm gonna interview you on this, and I've already got, I call it word packaging, ideas, outlines in my head, ready to roll. Always be prepared. So a lot of people want to know that they're supported, that you're not just going to speak and then bounce. And then gratitude is so important. If somebody asks you to speak and allows you to have a moment on their platform, that's a privilege and it's an honor. And they're literally extending their reputation to you. Because if you fail, they look bad. So they're entrusting you with their platform, with their reputation. So recognize that, and when you speak, make sure you say, you know what, I know this, you were risking a lot by asking me to speak. Thank you for this opportunity. I always want to make you look good. We've got a huge thing tonight. We're probably going to do 30, 40 interviews, so we got to save our voice. And I got to be sharp on my game. I've drank a lot of coffee, I've had a Red Bull, and I haven't eaten anything. I've kind of been running on adrenaline. But we got to push through. Tonight is the night where we really got to make it happen. Hey everybody, Quint Lears. Hey everybody, Quint Lears at the 2019 Nationals. We've got a full house, well over 1,000 people here. The best of the best in the industry, from style and design to building to sales to management. They're all here tonight. We're gonna see who wins.
So honored and so touched.
It is really exciting. I feel so honored to win.
What does it mean to you to win this award?
It means a lot. It's incredibly humbling. That's all I have to say.
Oh yeah, it's like a dream. It's a dream. I'm still shaking about it.
I just want to show what's possible, and all the girls out there who are dreaming for bigger things for themselves, I just want you to go out there and really go get it.
Sales Team of the Year, Sales Manager of the Year, National Salesperson of the Year. Okay, so we are, I'm 4 away from 11,000 followers on LinkedIn. So we're gonna be meeting with a bunch of people, so I'm trying to get 4 more connections. And when they're interviewing people, they want to say, how many followers do you have? How many subscribers? I don't want to say 10,000, I want to say 11,000, because otherwise I say, yeah, we're really close to 11,000, so I think we're gonna hit it. We crushed it at the Nationals. We did 38 interviews, and I think about 1, maybe 2 we're gonna scrap just because the people messed up and they're like, oh, redo that. I don't want to say disrespected, but there's been people that I've tried to get on the program, they wouldn't give you the time of day. And it's really easy now that we have a platform. Now we're the one with the camera and the microphone to be like, oh, I'm sorry, we're busy this year, and kind of return the favor. But bottom line is never be dismissive, never try to use your platform as a weapon, right? So we're getting ready. We've got some interviews. We're going to the Builder Show right back here. We met some lady at Samsung. Always be helpful. Dude, check this out. Yesterday, we met, a lady. We're in line, and she's like, "Oh, we're trying to get out of here." And I said, "Where are you going?" "Oh, we're going to this other hotel." I'm like, "Well, that's really close to ours. Why don't you hop in? I'll treat, She says, "Walk over the tip." I'm like, "Nah, just get in. We're having fun." So we're talking to her. She's an executive with Samsung who's trying to start this new home division, smart home technology, and she's the person pioneering it. I said, "Listen." She's like, "Yeah, we're just trying to pierce this industry. We don't know what we're doing." I said, "Look, we're newhomesales.com. Love to meet with you. We've got an audience of home builders of this. This is something really important. Your audience, it doesn't have to be a big audience, but it has to be a rich audience, right? So I tell people like this, we've got 1,000 followers, whatever, but they're builders, they're salespeople and this. They're understanding, like, in order to reach that amount of people, they have to talk and talk and talk and talk versus like in one felt swoop. These people are kind of not desperate, but they're like, oh my gosh, like we need help trying to penetrate this industry. So kind of a neat perspective, that we're helping potentially large companies to penetrate something that's very niche. I feel like we've got momentum, the wind's at our back. I'm there, I get anxious. I'm like, when I start building up stuff and I feel like, oh my gosh, we're good, I feel like I gotta secure these things, so I'm a little anxious about like, is it there, is it secure? We rushed to Best Buy to get like another hard drive because last time we dropped the hard drive and it raced. Luckily we'd already downloaded and uploaded the videos, but it's an adventure, man, and you're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna have batteries go dead, you're gonna have thumb drives, do it and just keep going, man. Don't stop. Whatever you do, just keep grinding. Check this out. I'm super excited. Come to the International Builder Show and add this. I would take you back office with builder books. Here we go, here, watch this, watch this. We got the equipment here. When you publish with the National Association of Home Builders, they've got a ton of this equipment, or a ton of this like extra promotional stuff. Check this out. When you write a book, you can't count on people. People are busy. I looked out there and I noticed that like they didn't have this thing. And so I did that myself. I was like, oh wow. So don't overlook your own marketing and see what they're doing, because people sometimes are so busy, they got so many things going on that they might miss it. Hey everybody, Quint Lears at the International Builder Show 2019 in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm here with the legend Mike Moore. Mike, thanks so much for joining us.
It's attitudes plus skills plus actions equal results. In fact, you and I'm excited about that. We're going to be speaking together at the Best Home Builder Practices Summit. Quint doesn't want me to say it, but the future of home building lies in our young leaders like Quint. And I know he doesn't really want me to go there, but it's true.
It's an awesome interview with Mike Moore. I'm excited. I'm going to be speaking with Mike. So that's always like, how do you brag about yourself or position yourself saying like, hey, I'm going to be a speaker, or you want to talk about that? Those are some of the subtleties that are important. When he was talking, he goes, I know you don't want me to talk about that, but I was like, no, actually I do. And just, being like, it means a lot. It was very encouraging. Who can you help to win an award? Who can you help to mentor, to influence, encourage them to study? So right now I'm preparing for my 1 o'clock talk, and we actually need to get there earlier because we've got some interviews to do, and we're freaking tired. We're up super late, talking, brainstorming, but man, making friendships. So the talk today is how to leverage your designations. So NAHB is asking me to talk. I have a lot of the different designations. We have the CSP, Certified New Home Sales Professional. One point I want to say is, don't assume that people freaking know what a CSP is or a MERM or any of that stuff. So when you are putting your thing on your email signature or on your business card or on a book or whatever, make sure it spells out master and residential marketing. And otherwise people feel dumb. It makes them feel like, what's a CYRP? Like, you don't know what it is. So the 4 points I want to talk about, and I got a bonus 5th point. They always want to give more than expected. It is specialize. People want to deal with specialists. They don't want to deal with generalists. The specialists get paid more. They're more sought after. They're more scarce. So if you want to be terrific, you have to be specific. Specialize. Think about a doctor. If a doctor try to do everything. I'm a mechanic, I'm a carpenter. Oh, by the way, I do surgery. You probably would not want to do business with that guy. Specialize. Connect. So once you're a specialist, you want to connect with other specialists. You want to connect with other industry leaders. You want to connect with the people around you. Now here's the thing. Think of a brick. A brick has 2 bricks on the side, 2 bricks on the top, and 2 bricks on the bottom. So you need 3 kinds of people. The kind of people that are just buddies, like had a rough day, had a cancellation, let's just go have a cup of coffee. I'm not trying to like mentor you. I'm not trying to, hey, I'm the guy that's gonna train you and I'm here to coach you. It's nothing like that. It's just buddies. People you can just be like, hey dude, let's go hang out. Then you need people that you can just lean on. It's like, hey, I've had a rough day. You want them to be like, tell me about it, let's break it down. Not, oh my God, me too. Oh God, what happened, right? So you need the mentors, the legends, the leaders. And then you need the people that you're lifting up too. So many times people, they're like a pond. Don't be a pond, be a stream. Have fresh water, fresh insights, fresh ideas. I was talking to a young lady last night and she was like, oh, this person, they stole my idea. And I'm like, dude, for every composer, there's 10,000 fiddlers. Fiddle on. Such a weird day. We're in Las Vegas and it is snowing. You can't see it because it's cloudy over there, but I went to breakfast in the morning. Check out this pool down here. Sat by the pool was steaming and there was snowflakes coming down. So specialize, connect, brand, and then influence. The leaders in every single field, they do 2 things. They write and they speak. They write and they speak. And the last point is inspire. I'm gonna put in some stories. Stories like when I got out of the Air Force, I didn't even know what I was gonna do. I bought a little pickup truck. I was gonna be like a laborer, do landscaping and stuff. And that was the vehicle that I used in real estate for the first several years. And I started reading a book called Time Tactics of Very Successful People. And they said if you read an hour a day, you could be an expert in 3 to 5 years. And it said, something like, if you read an hour a day on poodles, who in the world is going to know more about poodles than you in 3 years, right? You're going to be like the foremost authority in your city, your town, your district on poodles. But here's the thing, don't read about poodles, well, unless that's your passion. Read about something that's really interesting. So what I started reading about is money. And all the books about money kept talking about real estate. And I thought, well, that's really cool. So I walked into a Century 21 in Alamogordo, New Mexico, and I said, hey, just curious, I'm reading this book called House Buying for Dummies, and it's talking about buyer's agents and seller's agent. What does it even take to become an agent? They said, hey, we're starting classes a week from now. Why don't you sign up? I thought, hey, why not? It's kind of a summer, I'm a single guy, I'm not doing anything. It'd be fun, let's check it out. And signed up for the class because I'm reading an hour a day anyway. This is a story that not a lot of people know. I actually was going to stay in like a $25, because I'm a college student out of the Air Force. I'm not going to spend a bunch of money. $50, $100 for a room was expensive. So I went to this like really, really low end, seedy part of town, and I'm like, holy cow, they got hotels for $25 a night. And I was staying in a family with a family in Alamogordo, and I said, they're like, where are you going to stay? And I said, I'm going to stay in a room called whatever the room was. And I'm like, it's only $26 a night. And she says, where is that? I'm like, it's off of Capacaccio. And she's like, you're not staying there. I'm like, why? Like, all I freaking need is a bed. So I was going from Alamogordo to Las Cruces and staying in this $25 hotel. She's like, you're not staying there. And then I'm like, well, I'm not spending $100. So I got a tent and I stayed at a campsite. And it was fun. It wasn't like, I wasn't homeless or anything like that, but like I would lay in a tent, sleep, wake up, they had showers, I would take the shower, and then I'd literally put a tie on and go to class. And one time in class, everybody's talking about like, oh yeah, I'm at the Hilton, it's pretty nice, I don't know, the coffees, whatever, and they're kind of talking, oh, I'm at the Hampton Inn, I'm at the Holiday Inn, I'm at the wherever. Then I'm just conspicuously quiet. And they said, where are you staying? And I was like, I'm actually camping out. And they're like, shut up, no you're not, because I'm all in a suit and tie, and I'm like, not suit and tie, but just a tie, I was dressed up. And I'm like, actually, yeah, I am. I'm like, I'm not homeless or anything. I'm just, I'm not gonna spend $100 a night. It's like a lot of money, and I don't even know if I'm gonna become an agent. I'm just doing this thing where I read an hour a day. And this lady named Kate Mott was like, you're not gonna be camping out, okay? Like, she's like, you're gonna stay at our place. We have a house, you know, hang out with our, you know, her son was John. John's got maybe a little mental disability, but a good guy. And we made friends, and we would drive all around Las Cruces, and they gave me a bed, they gave me food, and you know, we would actually go out to eat. And one time after class, I didn't go straight home. I was like, I'm just gonna hang out, go find a restaurant and something. And Kate told me, she says, John was staring out the window for 2 hours, you know, waiting for you to come at home. He was like looking out the window, like, when's Quint gonna be here? And so super fun time, super just, it's hard to believe that I went from that. And the reason I camped out, to be honest, wasn't because I didn't have $100. It wasn't because, you know, I like camping out or anything. It's because I really didn't believe I would be successful. I really didn't believe. It was kind of like, look, yeah, you big dummy, you got your real estate license. You didn't even do anything with it. You weren't ever successful. It's like, yeah, but I mean, I invested whatever it is, and I didn't really. Yeah, I'm the smart one, haha, I camped out, I didn't even get a hotel room, and it was just part of my little hobby of investing, reading an hour a day. Funny thing was, I got my real estate license. That day I sold a house. It was back when things were crazy. Kind of a funny story, I came home and I said, hey, I got my real estate license, and Jack, who's an old military guy, goes, well, now you're not dumb about real estate. And his wife says, oh, you better contact so-and-so, they're thinking about selling. And so, you know, an hour later I went and talked to them, and they said, well, we'll list with you. Then I went to a coffee shop, and I said, I can't believe it. I got my real estate license on Wednesday. On Thursday, I got a lead to go thing. Now I'm listing it, and it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,700 square foot home. And the first guy was like, oh, that sounds really cool, congratulations. And the second guy says, who's a military officer, second lieutenant, he says, I'd like to go see that house. And he bought the house. And we're in Vegas, and I think I understand, I don't gamble, but I think I understand gamblers. You pull the thing and it's like ding, 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 ding. It's like, holy crap, I went from $6 an hour to pumping gas in the United States Air Force to pulling weeds and shoveling snow and, you know, just a labor job to, I meet somebody, shake their hand, talk about it, I think this is great, and I'm selling it. And you know, it was, it totally was, I'm like, I am sold. And then the market got hot. I stacked up a bunch of bills. I wasn't stacking up any skills, and the market collapsed, and I confused, as Bob Schultz says, the size of my paycheck with my skill level, and I almost went broke. Tried out to become a firefighter. We'll get into that story today at the thing. And today's talk, I'm gonna tie all that together and say, here's how you advance. Here's how you succeed. And it's through 4 things. You specialize, you connect, you brand, you influence, and the last thing is you inspire. We need to be inspiring and provoking the new generation, the new people, and you don't have to wait till you're old. You can do it now. If you're going to the top, bring people with you. And I don't consider myself at the top. I don't ever want to get to the top because I like the climb. So with that said, we got to get rolling, man. We got a lot of interviews to do, and TJ's been crushing it on the camera, and it's an exciting time. Thanks for joining us. I hope we're picking stuff up from the talks, and we're going to keep bringing you content, bringing you the struggle, the grind. Day four for me, man. We are live here at the International Builder Show with 5,000 people all across the country watching in their living rooms. We're not live, dude. Guys, it's an honor and it's a privilege to be here. Anybody raise your hand if you're having fun at the International Builder Show. What's the difference right now between innovation and disruption. The difference is which side of the table you're on. So which side of the table? Are you an innovator? Are you a disruptor? Or are you being disrupted? My goal in this talk is how to become indisruptible. True humility is not thinking less of yourself, it's thinking of yourself less. Next thing, I think I'm awesome. Next thing, I get connected with a builder. Next thing, the market's hot. It's 2004, 5, 6. Things are starting to move. And I went from being an inferiority complex to an egomaniac. The market was good. I started to stack up my bills. But you know what I wasn't stacking up? My skills. Here's what happened. The market collapsed. I got a tax bill for $40,000. I had outgoing expenses of thousands and thousands of dollars because I bought a house, I bought a car, I had an advertising budget, I had all these expenses. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm not gonna make it. So I talked to my friend, I said, listen, I'm not gonna make it in this business. What do I do? He says, listen, Quint, why don't you get a real job like a firefighter? And he was a fire chief. He goes, let me make a phone call and I'll get something arranged. He goes, listen, there's actually tryouts on Wednesday. You need to show up. It's at 8:30 a.m. And I go, you know what? It's my family, it's my career, I'm gonna do it. I pulled up in my car, I'm in my dress clothes for new home sales. I take my shoes off, take my tie off, take my name badge off, put on running shoes, and I get in line. Next thing, I'm running hoses, I'm climbing ladders, I'm doing all these different things, and I pass. And now I'm in line with all of the winners, and I turn to the guy next to me, I'm like, hey, congratulations, high five. I said, but how long have you wanted to be a firefighter? And he says, man, my whole life. This is what I'm dreaming about. He says, how about you? I said, I've wanted to be a firefighter for maybe the last 30 minutes. And I looked at him and I realized I was gonna make 2 mistakes. The first mistake was I was walking away from my own love, my career, what I thought, because I had fallen in love with new home sales. I was walking away from that. But the second thing, which was even worse, was I was going to be taking the career, the destiny of somebody else's life. So I stepped out of line, went back to my car, put my name badge back on, put my dress shoes back on, went back to my model home. When I got back to my model home, I thought to myself, I gotta do something different. So the first thing that I had to do was cancel all the ego crap. And now I'm gonna invest that into my training. I'm gonna invest that into my personal development. I'm gonna tell you about the big mistakes I made. I would read books. I would sign up for online new home sales training events. I would do all this stuff, and it was not a waste of money, but it was almost a complete waste of money because I couldn't use or leverage that designation. Designations mean a lot, right? It means that you've passed something, and you want to get through something that's nationally recognized. People want to know what was your last book that you've read? What I want to know is what's the last book that you've purchased? See, if I ask a salesperson, hey, are you a good salesperson? Yeah, what are your goals? My goal is to make $100,000 a year. Okay, great. What's the last book that you read? Oh, it was this book. Well, I think it was that book. Let me ask a question. How much did you pay for it? Oh, no, I borrowed it from somebody. Imagine if you were a doctor that wouldn't invest in a $30 book, right? So I just purchased a book and people come in, hey, can I borrow your book? Why would you? You should have a freaking library. I love the quote from Grant Cardone. He says, look, if you're not willing to invest in yourself, don't be surprised if other people aren't willing to invest in you either. Confidence comes from competence. Competence leads to influence. Make your name synonymous with what you do. Specialize, connect, brand, influence. The last one, the bonus round, the real ticket is inspire. Specialize, connect, brand, influence, and then when you have that influence, use your powers for good. You have the power to change the destiny of people's lives in a positive way. Let me give you a specific example. I'm in a position where I can see talent. I'm connected with the different organizations. I say, you know what? We're gonna put you up for Professional Builder 40 Under 40. I'm gonna put you up for National Salesperson of the Year. I'm gonna put you up for NSMC One to Watch. Write an endorsement letter. I endorsed 4 different people for national awards. All 4 of them took national awards. You want to tell you what's more special than me going out there and picking up a National Salesperson of the Year award? Is when you see somebody that you've endorsed get up there and come home from the gold and have the wife say, I am so proud of you. Honey, I know you work late hours. Now I can see what you do. It's so cool to compete at a national level. Ladies and gentlemen, make it your goal to be a specialist, to be the connector, not be connected, but be the person who's doing the connecting. 2, brand yourself once you're at that level. Be bold about it. Influence. And the last thing, make it your goal, aspire to inspire. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Hope you enjoyed it. Tag, thanks for being here, bro. Hey, bud, how are you? Thanks so much for being around, man.
Appreciate it. Good talk.
Appreciate that. Dude, thanks, bro. See, Rookie, one of the points I did in my talk was how to connect. Everybody's trying to like be connected. So what I talked about is 4 levels of connections. And I said, it's not what you know, it's, and everybody says, who you know. And I said, no, it's not what you know, it's who knows. And they said, who knows you? And I said, no. I said, it's not what you know, it's who knows what you know. So you can have somebody who knows you, but they don't know you as an authority, as a specialist, as an expert in your field. The next level on top of that is, this is the bonus level, who knows somebody else because of you. We finished the last talk, and everybody was like, oh, we're so worried about, or the guy's like, yeah, I felt kind of bad for you. There weren't that many people there. Each one, reach one. I feel like I made a couple of good friends, a couple of good connections, and guess what? That was my first time giving that talk, and I was able to do it in, I think, a very good way, but it was a very safe environment. We got to find the Samsung booth. What's this guy doing? Smart Home Solutions? He trying to juggle? Hold on 1 second. Get me on here. Toss me the ball. Toss me the ball. But hey, hold on a second. Always be. Watch this. Don't be. There we go. People be like, Quint, why do you work so hard? Why do you grind? Because under the surface, there's a little bit of desperation. There's a little bit of inferiority complex. So if I could describe, we talked about this in the talk, I feel like I'm kind of like the combination of like egomaniac with an inferiority complex. But it's good to have motivation. A lot of people have been asking us, so are you gambling this trip? Heck yeah, we're gambling. We're not at a casino. We're putting our money on newhomesales.com. And we're investing in great interviews and content. So invest first in yourself. It's a gamble. I'm not gonna pay for this training, and who knows if we'll get the feedback or if we'll get the payback. But I'd rather bet on myself than lose and put my money in a slot machine and win. Guys, we just landed in Phoenix from Las Vegas. But remember, what we want to do is be the connectors, not connected, but we're the ones connecting other people. So we went to dinner, we met a builder and an investor that are building, multi-million dollar homes in Hollywood. And I said, oh, did you see the New American Home or the New American Remodel Home? That's once a year they take they build a home and put like the craziest amenities and stuff. And he goes, oh, we're so frustrated because we missed it. And I said, hey, do you want me to put you in contact with the builder? And I said, yeah. So I said, hey, Michael, this is Quint Lears. We did an interview on your home on Monday. Congratulations, it was amazing. I would like to introduce you to the name of this gentleman from Hollywood. He's a builder developer in Hollywood, California, and he's in Vegas. He missed seeing your home during the show and would love to see it if you are available. I think he would be a great contact for you to have. He builds amazing homes just like you. I will send you his contact information, and he is also in this message. And then the guy from Hollywood goes, thanks, Quint, for the intro. Michael, I've heard great things about your model home. If there's a chance to see it tomorrow, we would love to tour it. We missed the bus today. Here's our latest project. So you have, one of the main builders of the show connected with another builder, and now they might have a lifelong friendship, relationship. They might share product ideas. And who's the connector? I am, right? So see who you can connect. Think about big companies like Facebook. They're influential because they connect people. Zillow, Realtor.com, all these, think any big companies, they connect people. I think we are so disconnected as humans, and there's so many barriers, and we're able to travel so far that if we can be the connector that instantly we gain credibility, we gain influence, we gain, and it's great. It's an awesome feeling to be like, to connect people and see where it goes. So be a connector. Don't try to be connected. Start connecting. It's been an awesome show. We're exhausted. It is 11:18, and we are going to El Paso, and my whole family's sick with the flu, so I gotta go to Walmart, buy a bunch of stuff, and then try to get a bite to eat. You can look at my eyes, super tired. Oh, here's something really cool. I met this guy named Rico. We know a whole bunch of the same people in the industry. We're gonna roll. That's what we're gonna do. Really cool connection. So say hi to the person next to you. Want an airplane, and if you're flying on a flight, here's a great quote: "The fastest transportation is good company. The best flavoring is hunger." So stay hungry, my friends. Made it. Ran it. What a fun trip, man. What a great time.